Right.
Today we are in Waynesboro, Pennsylvania, here at Antietam Farms. And Randall Miller is here beside me, been with AAA a long time. I'm going to allow him to tell you about their operation and about their farm.
Well, it's good to do this introduction. Me and my brother, we had hogs first, and then in 1993 we started milking cows. Started with 20 cows, and then in 1999 we bought some cows. We went from like 80 cows to 150, and then in 2002 we bought another 20. And in the meantime we were growing, having extra heifers ourselves and growing the herd. So we were like at 220, and then after that it was basically growing internally with our own heifers with very minimal sex semen, just a little bit, not much. And we farmed like around 600 acres, mostly corn, triticale, and then we come in with beans after triticale. And so yeah, we milk between like 400 and 420 cows, so twice a day. And
So 450 to 475 cows total in the herd, pretty much growing from back 20 years ago up through.
yeah,
Now, how long have you been on AAA?
I'd say it's 20 plus years,
20 plus years.
at least 20.
Started with Amos Hurst in Virginia,
Yep.
Virginia. And so the AAA numbers, you've been using AAA that long. How do you find these numbers to be? I mean, find it hard to match them up? Do you try to get them as close as you can? How do you do that? How do you use that? How do you make that work?
I mean, basically, we follow it like you're supposed to. I mean, now the last couple of years, we might, the last number we might change, or sometimes reverse the first and the last number, but that's just recent. I mean, before we were like right on, that's how we did it, like you're supposed to.
Right on target, yeah. So you've been classifying, and you have excellent cows, very good cows through all these years. And you have bought basically almost no cows. Except
Exactly.
maybe one cow here now.
Yeah.
Do you sell a lot of replacements?
Yeah, like wouldn't be this year, but the year before we sold like 20 cows for dairy.
For dairy out there.
Yeah. And years before that, it was probably like the same amount, between 10 and 20 cows a year, I would say.
For dairy?
Yeah, for dairy.
Dairy cows.
Yeah.
When you first started on AAA way back years ago, have you seen what would be one of the biggest differences? Would it be in the udders, the feet and legs, the milk production, or what? What do you think it helped with first when you started?
Well, I mean, definitely the feet and legs was like the thing you could see the very first. Feet and legs and udders, just an overall balanced cow.
Yeah. And this overall balance is probably the reason you have surplus animals to sell.
Exactly.
That would be the reason. Your milk production is good, fat, protein, and average is.
Well, right now we're at like 78 pound, like 4.1 fat, 3.2 protein.
Twice a day milk.
Twice a day milking.
Right through the summer. Right through the
Yeah.
Yeah, and the average for the Holstein breed is way under 2, could be 1.4 or something. So you're almost double, in those numbers. That's probably because of the balance that you bred in the herd, which is also the reason you have animals to sell.
I mean, good feet and legs is the key. If that cow has good feet and legs, she's gonna milk. She's gonna breed back just because she can move around. Like, even the hoof trimmer said it's like one of the best herds he trims feet for. It's like feet are always really good.
Cows are on front root all the time.
All the time.
Never go out on
Never go out.
Yeah, that's good. As far as feet and legs and hoof trimming and ulcers and warts and corns, What's your feeling on that?
Well, actually, on the corns, when we started getting better feet and legs, the corns like went away. I'm not gonna say we don't have none, but it's very, very minimal. And people have told me that when the pasterns low and their toes spread apart, that's why they get a corn. So my assumption is our feet and legs are good. Like they walk steep, and there's hardly any corns. I'd say probably no more than 5 cows out of
500.
yeah.
Have a corn.
What about some of your benefits? Like, what do you think has been the most beneficial thing of using AA for you over these past years? What's the biggest?
Well, I mean, never had to buy any cows since I've been starting using it, and balanced cows. And the other thing is, it's a really good tool to use on a young bull that you know nothing about. Like, it lessens your chances of having a catastrophe with a new bull.
So you're saying using this new bull by AAA numbers may prevent you from making a mistake,
Exactly.
and possibly even if the bull's dollars or his proof does not turn out really high, you'll have his best dollars
Yeah.
out of that using that bull by this AAA.
Amos first told me, he said, if you go by the actual daughter average of the bull, and if you use AAA, you'll most likely get the average or above if you're using AAA.
Not near as many disasters.
Exactly.
Even if the bull doesn't make it in the live stream, you're still going to have good daughters by that.
Exactly. And the other thing with AAA is, say you're busy out in the fields and you come in and you got 10 cows to breed and you want to hurry up, like the numbers are already on them and the bulls are in the tank, it's fast and you're not going to make a mistake.
You find it hard to find the bulls? Do you find it hard to find the AAA numbers in the semen companies you deal with? Do you think most companies have a variety of numbers?
Listen, I'll use a good bull anywhere I can get it. As long as it's good and the cow family behind's good, I'll use it. I'm not prejudiced over one stud above another one. But like I said, I mean, there's not many options with the mainstream bull studs. But
Do you look at any other information besides the AAA numbers to try and pick a bull? Anything else that comes to your mind that you look for when you're selecting the bulls?
cow families, got to have good cow families, and the dams of the bulls have to have scores on the whole way back.
Good solid cow family.
Exactly.
Fat, protein.
Yeah, we try to stay plus. Yeah.
What about the linear information? Do you find that to be valuable? Do you find that something that you work into the AAA numbers, or do you find that there's any not work into it, but you try to tie some of that in with the AAA numbers? Try to find it.
Actually, I don't even look at linear. I mean, I know some people think I'm crazy, but I don't look at linear. AAA numbers, cow families, make sure they have decent components.
What about milk? Milk.
I don't look at milk either.
Someone asks you, they never heard about it or they just find out about it. What's the best advice you could give to somebody that's considering it or thinking about it?
For someone that's never done AAA, I would highly recommend it, giving it a chance, because it's not going to do you any harm. It's only going to help you. I mean, that's how I look at it. Like, you can still choose your bulls. A lot of people think it's a mating program and you're going to have to pick whatever bulls they mention, but that's not true. You can still pick any bull you want to.
That's right.